He used the elevator to carry a mission, and halfway he cut the rope. When he cut the rope, the entire crowd was screaming fear of what is going to happen next. Hi, yet another episode from AR Pro Academy. This is Ganesh Kumar. Today we are going to discuss about elevator pitch or pitching. When you think of the word search, what comes to your mind? Obviously, Google. See, one word can communicate probably one of the largest or highly valued company in the world. So that is the relevance for elevator pitching today. How do you do elevator pitching, and then what is the need for elevator pitching, and then why is it relevant today? Elevator pitching is earlier we used to get a lot of opportunity for one-to-one meeting with the customer, where we were able to talk a lot and then convince the customer. In fact, today in this pandemic era, we don't get much time. Even when you are talking to a customer, it is absolutely necessary to grab his attention, to tell him what you do, what is your objective, and all this put together in a matter of 30 seconds. Or an elevator, that is, the elevator pitch is the time you get for when you travel in an elevator. That is the duration, maximum maybe 2 minutes. But on an average, an elevator pitch should be finished in 30 seconds. And during this time, you should be able to grab the attention of the customer, arouse his curiosity, and a CTA, that is a call to action. So how did this elevator pitch start? What is the origin? There are several theories about the elevator pitch. The most popular one is the person called Elisha Graves Otis, the person who invented the Otis elevators. In olden days, heavy machines were hauled up. For that purpose, elevators were used. But then a safety risk always was there. What will happen suddenly if the rope which carries the weight gives way? The whole thing will collapse. This fear was always there when they used the elevator. So he found, Mr. Elisha Otis, he found a safety mechanism using a particular spring so that the elevator could be stopped. So he wanted to communicate to a large audience. So he invited a lot of people, and in their presence, that means with so many people witnessing it, he used the elevator to carry a mission, and halfway he cut the rope. When he cut the rope, the entire crowd was screaming fear of what is going to happen next, but the elevator stopped, and then the crowd cheered. So he was able to prove that the safety device which he designed was working perfectly. And then people started using this calling this pitch as elevator pitch. You can also see a lot of pitchmen on roadside pitching, but those pitching and all, they continuously talk about something, selling some item, and then at the end of it, there is always a call to action. They start asking who all want it. So starting with the first person, a lot of people demand or come and buy the product. See, even in US, mops in earlier days, mops which were used to clean the floor, they were all sold by this kind of pitchmen. And then based on that, even today, you will find in TV, many TV channels have infomercials, but I have my own doubt whether they are doing it correctly, because that an elevator pitch should not have more than 2 minutes, but these people, they continuously repeat the product description, everything, and then you finally get bored and then you change the channel. That's what is happening in the current infomercials. I had a colleague with me when I was working with the Hyundai dealership in North Karnataka, Hubli. And I have seen this person very effectively using this pitch sitting in the office. He was covering the market, the Bellary market, but most of the time he had his team working in the field, but he used to generate leads sitting in the office using a single feature. Most of the time I used to stand by him and listen to him what he used to talk. Those days the Bellary roads were horrible, and when the Accent was launched, that was probably in that particular segment the first car with an independent suspension. So I heard him talking to all the customers about this one particular product, one particular feature only, independent suspension. And then he generates interest in the customer, and then the lead is passed on to the sales executive and the deal is closed. Shortly after that, the Sandro started coming with tinted glass. Unlike other areas in North Karnataka, Bellary is the weather is very hot most of the time. So the tinted glass provided more cooling to the passengers inside the car. So he started talking about the tinted glass, and only with this feature he was able to close the deal. So I always used to ask him. His name was Satish. He is now working as a general manager in one of the dealerships in Belgaum. How do you do that? I said, sir, you are seeing me. So he started using this kind of pitching as a USP. In fact, in any elevator pitch, that is what we need. We should arouse the curiosity of the customer, and then should have a call to action. The customer should be eager to find out what this person is selling, and all these things in a matter of maximum 30 seconds to 2 minutes, which is probably the duration of your journey or your travel in an elevator. That is why it is called an elevator pitch. So more of this kind of insights we will discuss in subsequent episodes. Thank you.